Welcome to another episode of the Caribbean Edge. We are here tonight to talk to some beautiful queens, some sisters, and some ladies who, for the most part, I see are dolled out in their pearls, which is what this show is about tonight. Wearing your pearls. And we're going to get into that. And I want to give you some history on how I came about meeting these beautiful women. So I have a girlfriend, Wendy McCain Stevens, and she says, "Do you know about Wear Your Pearls?" And I'm like, "What about it? That's my birth month, pearls." I'm born in June. So yeah, I do know a little history about pearls. And she's like, "No, there's this movement and I got invited to Wear Your Pearls. And I think it will be awesome for the Caribbean Edge." So I said, "Okay, I have to look into this because I respect Wendy and I wanted to know what it was about." And when I went on Facebook, I realized I had a couple friends that invited me to Wear Your Pearls. So I reached out and I looked at the page to see who started this beautiful movement. And I found that Miss Hope had actually started it. So I reached out to her, and I'm giving you this history because it's so important, everything we discussed tonight, to just say how we're all connected and how you can just simply make things happen if you reach out to the right people, because there's so much love in this world and people willing to stand by your side and just talk. That's what we're here for tonight. So Hope, I messaged her, she messaged back, we communicated. Michelle Hussein was working in the background to make it happen. And she said, "Yes, I would love to be on the Caribbean Edge Kids, and I would love for my sisters to join me on the show as well." So you're gonna meet Hope tonight and the rest of her fabulous team. And I want to tell you, when I looked at this page, which just started in December 5th, I believe is the date, and it just blew up. I believe they have 366,000 people on their page, if not more, plus more waiting in the background. So let me first turn this over to Hope. And if you're watching this, please share this episode, because we need to recognize all our sisters and queens and our gentlemen that are certainly supporting us tonight. So welcome, Hope, from Wear Your Pearls.
Thank you, Miss Dawn. How are you?
Fabulous, fabulous.
It's a pleasure to be on this Zoom with you and the rest, some of my team, my amazing team. So what would you like to talk about? Where would you like us to start?
I think you should start with how you came up with the concept. What happened? Because I was blown away with how this started. So let's start there.
So on December 5th, I woke up. And I always wake up around, or I get out of bed around 10. So I got up that morning and it just hit me that for the first time in history, we are about to have a woman on the board. And when I say the board, when you look at the pictures of all the VPs since the inception of these United States, they've never been a woman on there. So I said, okay, so what I think we should celebrate that. With everything that was going on, we should celebrate it. I didn't think too much about it. I spent less than 15 minutes. I went, created a page, created a group. I only invited one person because, again, the reason why I didn't talk to a lot of people about it is sometimes people tend to talk us out of what we are supposed to do and what we're destined to do. So I sent it to my girlfriend. I said, "Please take a look at it and tell me that I'm not crazy." And she said, "No, you're not crazy." So the first couple of days, the first day we averaged about 100. So, okay, I'm like, that's not bad. Within the first 5 days, we were averaging between 500 and 1,000. And I'm excited because I'm thinking, this is it. We about to blow up. If we get to 20,000 or 30,000, I would be so happy because all these women will be celebrating her. Now, when I thought about the page, I did not want to make it inclusive. I wanted to make it exclusive to all women, because again, we have so many things that are divisive, even amongst us as women. And I wanted women to just come together and just celebrate one thing. You might not like her, you might not care for Madam VP, but at the end of the day, when a young girl looks at that board, there's a woman standing there, or there's a woman's picture. So by week 2, it was about 5,000 to 10,000. And amazingly, I think we hit 350,000 members on our 1-month anniversary. So let's go back to where I got this amazing group of ladies. When I first started the group, I didn't have any approval. So you just joined the group. You just joined the group. I didn't have any rules because, again, I wasn't thinking it was going to blow up to be what it is today. But after the first week, I said I needed help. And these ladies, out of about 100, they just touched me when I requested for help. Now, Crystal has been with me longer because she was one of those that said, you know what, you need help. Even when I didn't think I needed help, she said, you need help, and I got you. So I sent them the questions I needed answered. They answered it. When I was reading it, I was touched by each and every one of their responses. So we came together as a group. I call them my peacekeepers, because honestly, that page would not be half of what it is today without these ladies. They put in work 24/7. If I was to pay them, I couldn't afford them. And I'll just be honest about it. So here we are. We are 7 days away, and we are at 365 members with over 400,000 waiting to come in, or they've been invited. So far, so good. We have been able to keep politics out, some of the negativity out that everybody's experiencing right now. And I think that makes for the best group. On top of that, when you come into the group and you just scroll through, some days I just sit there for hours just scrolling through pictures and just loving the pictures. You have pictures of young ladies, older ladies, kids, pets. If you having a bad day, there is no way you're not gonna smile within the first 10 minutes, because these women are just gorgeous. They are beautiful. And for me, when I have another woman tell me I am beautiful, it does something else than if I have a guy say, oh, you're beautiful, because that woman is a representation of me. So her telling me that I'm beautiful just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. So, and that's what a lot of these women are getting from that page. It is amazing. But before anything, I just want to thank my peacekeepers for the work that they do. They are amazing. And crazy enough, it feels like we've all known each other for years. And I think I know 2 of them personally out of the 20. I had never met the other ladies, and the way that we communicate and we treat each other just makes me feel good about being a woman and having a women's group.
Thank you for that. And it does make a difference when a woman says to you, hey, you look fabulous, you know, you're beautiful. It does. It's different because that woman doesn't want anything else but to compliment you and to recognize and uplift you, and with sincerity, if she took the time out to say that. And I've scrolled through, my favorite pictures are the ones with the babies. The little
precious. They are really precious. And so, yeah, they're the future too. So it's a good feeling just to see them at this age and with your pearls on. And I think I saw one in a bucket of strawberry today, or in a single. I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think to do that with my kids? But my baby is 20, about to be 23. So I missed out on that. But it's been very uplifting for me. To be a member, just to be a member of that group.
And we want to recognize that some of your queens are not here tonight. One is sick, so we're hoping she has a speedy recovery, and the rest couldn't make it. So hats off to all the women of your team that's making it happen. And before I go to one of the other ladies, can you just tell us about yourself, like where you're from?
Oh, okay. So I was born and raised in Nigeria. I migrated to the United States when I was 16, went to high school in Decatur, Georgia, went to college at Emory University, and decided one day, everything I do is kind of based on how this happened. So one day I woke up and I said, today's a good day to join the military. I didn't talk to anyone. I went to the recruiter's office and signed up, took my test, um, went through the whole process of being in the military. And I think 3 days before I was supposed to go to boot camp, I finally tell my sister and all hell breaks loose. And I'm like, I can't get out of it. I have to go. So 26 years later, I can tell you that it was the best decision I made for myself. I have been able to travel to so many places and do so many things and meet so many people. But for me, even in the military is still male dominated. So being in the military, I've always been pro women empowerment. And also, even at my retirement ceremony, every single participant was a woman. I had women from all services in my retirement ceremony. I have 3 adult children, a 26, a 24, and a 22, about to be 23. I live in Florida, and I think you might hear my dog whimpering because he's not the center of attention. So I do have a couple of other businesses other than this group, but it seems like this group is a full-time job for me right now. My passion is finances, doing finances and mentoring women when it comes to financial matters, because finances affect every part of your life. And a lot of times we make decisions based on that. I've seen women that are in bad situations but can't afford to get out. So that's my main passion. I love it. I wake up, that's what I want to do. I also love seeing women change their lives because of the new decisions that they're making. What else do? I run a nonprofit called Just a Girl in Her Socks. It actually provides non-essentials, like basic essentials for the homeless. And I just want to put it out there. If you're ever going to make a blessing bag for a homeless person, please put underwear in there. That was one of the things I never thought about, because again, you give them the basic toiletries, but they need to be able to change their underclothing. So I think that's a lot about me right now. So
Well,
yes, that's me in a nutshell.
thank you. 26 years. And I know you mentioned you were in the Navy. That's the
Yes,
brand you were in.
I
So
retired out the Navy. Yes, ma'am.
we definitely appreciate you and for everything you represent as a strong woman, as a mother, and everything you're doing, all your charity work. So we're going to switch back to you soon to find out what's next and where we go from here. So let's talk to Tia. Hi, Tia. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. So tell us about yourself and how you got involved in this group.
I live in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and am retired. Have been retired for the past, I don't know, 5 years or so. A friend of mine invited me to the group, and I joined it, and I was very enthused when I saw it. So I kind of was a lurker. I didn't post anything. I just watched, and I just enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing everybody there. And then I saw Hope put out something asking for some help. And I said, well, I don't have anything else to do. I can give a few hours. So I contacted Hope and I said, okay, I'll try it if you want me to. And she asked some questions and I answered those. And the next thing I know, here I am. So I've enjoyed meeting all the other ladies. We're all over the place in terms of geographics. And in terms of, sometimes when we debate some topics in the moderators group, we have, pretty healthy discussions, and we wait till we reach a single consensus though before we do anything. Nobody goes off on a tangent. So I enjoy that about the group. I enjoy that when Hope has something she wants some assistance with, everybody jumps in to help her. So it is really like a team. And I have 2 adult sons. One is 46 and one is 44.
Ooh.
And 5 grandchildren. So that's me.
Congratulations. And I did not know that people refer to us as lurkers when we don't comment. So now
Yeah, that's pretty much what you are. Yeah.
So if you're not commenting and not doing anything, you're a lurker.
But that's okay. It's okay to be a lurker.
So thank you. I gotta make a post. I no longer am a lurker.
Okay, good.
Thank you. And so tell us what inspired you about this group. Like, what does wearing your pearls mean? And you're well represented tonight.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Wearing your pearls to me symbolizes uplifting other women. I'm the first person to see a lovely lady and compliment her wherever I am. But in this instance, it's a little bit more. It's also uplifting, as Hope said. I mean, I'm a retired executive, and it used to amaze me sometimes when I would go to executive meetings. I would be the only female and oftentimes the only African American. And I would see walls of pictures of men. So Hope, I know exactly what you're saying. I used to write postcards to my grandmother and say to her, these guys are probably turning over in their graves because I'm, sitting here, because I'm staying here, because I am here. And so the pearls represent that to me. It represents the power that women have been deprived of for so long. That is now starting to come more to the forefront, because truly girls do rule the world.
We do. Even though sometimes we pretend we don't for different reasons, but we do.
Exactly.
So I want to thank everyone that's tuning in tonight. I see some awesome people on here. Dr. Amina Blackwood Meeks, our storyteller from Jamaica, who is renowned and recognized by our entire country. So thank you, Dr. Amina Meeks. David Muir, yes, I am no longer a lurker. I think having them on the show gives me a pass. But I will be posting my pearls. And I do want to say, just talking about uplifting and sisterhood, the pearls that I'm wearing tonight, the same friend that told me about this group said, do you have your pearls? And I was like, no. And she sent me pictures. She's like, which ones do you like? And then she says, check your mail. And they arrived in the mail. And I said, thank you for the loan. And she says, no, they're not a loan. They're yours forever and ever and ever. So there's another queen, uplifting a queen. So thank you, Wendy Stevens McCann, who also makes our mask for the Caribbean Edge as well. So she's an amazing queen that supports other queens, just like you ladies are supporting. I'm so excited about this group and everything it represents. So I want to get to Miss Crystal. I love your bookshelf. And you look beautiful. So tell us about you and why you're involved and what does wearing your pearls mean to you?
So thank you. The books are my babies. As Hope shared earlier, when I joined when I saw it and I said, wow, this is interesting and I want to be a part of this. I think intuitively, I knew it was going to be a thing, right? Like not a fad, but a movement. And I was very moved when you stated at the top, it's a movement. Because just a few days ago, I think I inboxed it to you, Hope, saying this is not a fad, this is a movement, like we're here. But again, I just kind of jumped in after a few days when I noticed how exponentially large the group was getting in a short amount of time. And I just shared, if you need help, I'm here to, just kind of support. And I just waited until it, she received it. And at the onset, I was just going through the pictures and I was like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Oh my God, you're beautiful. And just giving, just these uplifting and sweet messages to the women on, who had joined the group and uploaded their pictures. And this group, I don't even think I shared with you, Hope, came at a time where I had just released some things, right, in my life. And I was like, okay. And then all of these women entered, and I was like, yes, I am going to grow and learn and be uncomfortable and stretch. And literally that is what is happening within this group. So if I don't get a chance to say it in the group because it gets lost in the thread, I appreciate y'all. And I'm grateful just for the connection and for the sisterhood. I really, really am. We all are in like various different stages in our lives or in our careers. And it's just such a rich, rich group. And I appreciate it. Just a little bit about me. I am a few years shy of 30 in education. I started out as a teacher, moved on to be an administrator, most of the time in middle school. That's my passion. Those are my babies. What else can I share? Good grief. I'm a boy mom. I have a 22-year-old and a 20-year-old. What else? You can see, like, I love reading. I so enjoyed listening to the story of Anansi the other day. I was like, yes. And I posted in the group too. I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is great. So that's me. I'm an educator. I love children. I'm also, former associate pastor. And my corner, like my gem is children's church, just, children education. That's my baby. That's really, really my heartstring. And I will be going back to school, seeking a second master's. That begins next week as well.
Wow.
Awesome.
It's so nice to have you. You're beautiful. Your face lights up as you're speaking. And I'm so glad for the viewers that don't know what she's talking about with Anansi. So we have a kids show called the Caribbean Edge Kids. And on Sundays at 1:00, we feature the kids reading, singing, dancing, doing art, poetry. And we have our storyteller, Auntie Sophie, that tells these stories that we grew up with in the Caribbean, in Jamaica specifically. And it's amazing. I have as much fun as probably Crystal does as an adult listening to these stories. And Dr. Amina Meeks, who I mentioned earlier, who is watching, also tells a lot of the Anansi stories as well. So we are so glad that you checked it out. And yes, my bookshelf needs to look like your bookshelf soon. I'm working on it. I love reading too, and I love working with the kids. And it's just a whole support system that is growing these platforms. And what's amazing about it is that we're giving back so much through conversation alone, and the amazing work that you guys are all doing apart from this. So thank you for being a queen, a sister, and for uplifting and volunteering to be part of this historic moment.
Yeah,
Miss Phyllis, welcome. Welcome, Miss Phyllis Cooper. How are you?
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. Similar to Crystal, I am in education. I'm a teacher. This is my 28th year teaching, and I am in Virginia. I'm in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, and I'm married. I have 4 children, 27, 12, 9, no, 12, 11, and 9. And so I love books also. I love children. Elementary is where I've been all of my career, kindergarten and 4th grade mostly. And I'm currently teaching 3rd grade. And we're doing the virtual thing right now. So all virtual teaching and learning. I got invited to the group through a mutual friend of mine's wife. We're Facebook friends, and I just saw that I got an invitation to this group. And when I first saw it and saw the title, I thought, oh yeah, Warrior Pearls, of course. I love pearls. I've been wearing pearls for a long time. Um, I belong to a sorority. We always rock our pearls. And so when I first joined, I thought maybe that's, it was all about that. But then I quickly saw it wasn't, it's not just sorority. It's not just, you know, a particular race of women. It's not just any particular group. It's all inclusive, or like Hope was saying. And so then I didn't post like you. I just was watching. I literally just did, I think, my first post last week or a few days ago, and Hope sent a message out on the page, and she was like, "Wow, I need some help. Anybody interested in being a moderator?" So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm interested in being a moderator. I'm in a few groups. I've moderated some groups before, and I've even started a couple of groups. Nothing as large as this one, though. So she sent a message back. Like everyone else said, she asked a few questions. I answered the questions, and I just waited. And next thing I know, I was in the group. I mean, I was, in the moderators group. Like she said, she calls us her peacekeepers, and the pearl ladies or whatever. So, and this is great because not only are we obviously supporting our new vice president, but even after the 20th, like recently Hope even posted something about, what direction or where are we going to go from here? And I'm sure we'll probably talk about that in a few minutes, but that's what I like. It's not just, this is just the only thing we're doing. It's all about, yes, wearing your pearls, and we compliment each other. I love the pictures of the babies as well. There was a picture recently of a lady, I think she was 103. And I was like, oh my gosh, like when I saw that picture, she had over 1,000 comments, and, wearing her pearls. And, when we move on from, after the 20th, I know that we're going to continue to do great things, even more than what we've already done. We've had pop-up, what you call it, events where people can share their businesses. So all of those different things. Mostly, like I said, I'm an educator, and, my kids keep me active, of course. I'm involved active in my church as well. And, right now, because of the pandemic, I'm not really doing, extra, sports and those types of things. But ordinarily, that's what really keeps me busy and keeps me going. So, and I love talking to these ladies. Like, and when Cope says 24/7, she's not kidding. Like, sometimes it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning, and we find someone will say, okay, I'm going to bed. But it's like all night. And, but I love it. And then we just all kind of pitch in and pop in when we can. We say good morning, we say good night to each other. And we literally have never met. Like, none of us have ever met each other, ever. So.
Wow. What an amazing story. It's like sisterhood bonded by pearls. I mean, it's just amazing how you've all come together, and the smiles that light up in your eyes and your mouth. It's just amazing as you talk about your experience and, just connections through social media and just finding a passion of something that you believe in. And like you've all said so far, it's not just about pearls, and it's about, recognizing obviously our first female vice president, Ms. Kamala Harris, as a woman. Finally, this is happening. The world is certainly changing around us. And women are just standing out more and taking charge of their lives personally, and just making decisions. And it's just amazing to uplift each other. So I can't thank you guys enough. I had to have you on the show. So I'm glad Hope and you guys made it easy for me, Michelle, because I would have had to stalk you or lurk you a lot more. So I'm going to switch over to, and thanks for being an educator. Oh my gosh, especially with COVID-19. We can't thank you enough. Forget the basketball players, the actresses, everyone, the nurses, the teachers. We cannot thank you enough for everything you do. And that was before COVID, after COVID. You obviously don't get paid enough, but you do it from your heart, and you take care of the most precious people on this planet, which is our children. So thank you for that. And Miss Aldima, I hope I'm saying your name right. Miss Spalding, thank you. She was the first one to join me in the room, the chat room, before we went live. So welcome again. So glad to have you. And the same thing, I just want you to tell us anything you want to tell us about yourself and what's your passion with this group?
Well, I mean, just like the other ladies, I was invited by actually another participant in another group we moderate. And I never wear pearls. I've never worn pearls. I'm not really a person that wears jewelry, but when I entered into the group and saw how many beautiful women were, it's overwhelming. It really is overwhelming to see so many women of all ages take that beautiful picture with those pearls and they're proud to wear the pearls. And we're all there to, like you said, to celebrate the first female VP, which happens to be of Jamaican descent as well, because I'm also a West Indian. But Hope put the call out for moderating, and something said to me like, okay, you know what, I'm all for helping. Filled out her questionnaire, and she came back, and even though we weren't talking on the phone, you could just tell her demeanor as we're texting back and forth. Jumped on board, met these ladies here. It's so much fun to kind of watch us interact as we're going through all the approvals, and each and every one of us, we all help each other. We're all doing different things. But I'm glad that that someone invited me to the group, because I as much as I watch it grow, I wake up every morning, I'm looking at the numbers and I'm thinking to myself, wow, is this going to get any bigger? And we kind of, shoot the numbers and say, hey, we're going to make 1 million, we're going to be at 1 million by the time January 20th comes. But I just think for me, this group is all about cohesiveness. All of us are women. We all have something in common, whether we're mothers. And I didn't even realize how many teachers we had in the moderating group. Kudos, because you guys deserve to get paid $1 million to teach children. Because like she said, they're our future. That's, they're going to be the Kamala Harris and the Joe Bidens. But for me, again, it's all about cohesiveness. I myself, and I know I'm skipping, I'm also a West Indian, I'm a Caribbean. I was born in Panama. My parents were, my dad was a career military. So when we came over to the United States, I came over when I was 4, and we lived in Brooklyn, and we traveled all over the world, and we finally ended up in New Jersey. I live between New Jersey and Florida now because my parents are ill and they retired in Florida. So right now I'm not working. I'm actually a health information operations manager. I did that for over 25 years. Recently got laid off because of COVID. Everything happens in divine order because at the time my parents needed me. So I came down to Florida, joined this group, and now I'm here. So I'm happy.
Well, thank you. Another beautiful queen. And I just want to say, there is a history behind the pearls. It's always been associated with wealth and glamour. And I think what we're doing is we're bringing it back to ordinary, everyday people. I mean, we've had celebrities, Marilyn Monroe, we've had, Michelle Obama wears her pearls, Kamala Harris. So Jackie Kennedy is known for wearing her pearls. I started looking online and say, okay, how do I increase my pearl collection as well? So I just think what we're doing is beyond, like you guys mentioned, we'll get into that, beyond January 20th, when we're encouraging all women to join this movement of wearing their pearls in honor of Kamala Harris, our first vice president female. in the United States, and just women, celebrating women around the world. And you have to join this group. You got to check out the pictures. And we also encourage you to share your pictures of you wearing pearls in the Caribbean Edge as well, because we want to see what happens on January 20th. Let's blow it up with our beautiful pictures wearing pearls, not of just ourselves, but our children and grandchildren as well, if you have them. So thank you for joining this amazing group. And I'm going to switch over to Miss Karen Ortiz. Welcome, Miss Karen.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Dawn and Caribbean Edge, for having me. And first, I just like to say to Hope, thank you so much for this opportunity that came out of the blue, just out of the blue. And I'm just thankful because they are a group, we are a group of women family inside the group. It's been wonderful, fast and furious, I call it. I'm a little, let's see, how do I want to start? Because I didn't want to tell the ages of my children. I have one, I will though, I will. I have one who is 45 and I have one who is 19. I'll get that out of the way first because people always tease me. But I am currently retired nurse. I spent most of my career in crisis. Some of my pet things that I call my pets are a lot of society's ills. I am very heavily, have been for many years, in sex trafficking, the prison systems. I started off with doing a lot of the emergency crisis on the streets, a lot of community activism, started some community gardens when I noticed an area didn't have any grocery stores, little things like that. Over the years, it's been probably 40 plus years now. I retired recently 2 years ago and decided that I wanted to go do some other things and expand my reach. I am currently in South Carolina by way of New Jersey. Have to give a shout out to my New Jersey roots because I definitely feel like a Jersey girl. And I was invited by a young lady, Tracy, who invited me. And when I looked at it, I was like, wow, I love pearls. You know, who doesn't like the way pearls feel? Pearls to me, just, they represent, when you look at the pearls, first of all, they just feel good when you put on. They seem to make your skin come alive. And I'm all into mythology and history. So the mythology, the history, the biblical reasons of pearls. And when you look at pearls, they're connected. Just to have a string, a small string, they're each connected. So when I was asked, when I took a good look at the pearl, where your pearls, I was like, oh, I definitely can do that. And just when I go through this group, I look at how each pearl is different in shape, size, many times color, but they're all connected. And it is that connectedness, that unity that I found, I think, is what has hit the chord for so many women. And I would say men too, but predominantly women. You know, the pearls represent purity, loyalty, all the things that we tend to do, being connected to each other. We may come from different cultures. We may express ourselves differently, but ultimately, most women, we're about protection. And when we're together, there is nothing that we cannot do. As you can see, we are breaking all the glass shields. You know, we really know who run this world. You know, yes, men, we love you. Don't get us wrong. You know, we're quiet to let you be the kings, but definitely when you look at the chessboard, it's the queen. And that's a little bit about me. And I'm happy to be with these ladies. I have fun. They, you know, some of the things that, and when you look at the pictures, my favorite probably between the babies is the 108-year-old lady who's taking a nap. She is my absolute favorite out of the group. Just to me, at 108, she can take any nap she wants. So thank you again for having me. I'm looking forward as we move forward. There's just, you know, when you have a group that has exploded, you're also, to me, it's a paradox. It's the joy of expanding, but you also have to deal with all the different things that pearls go through. Like they say, a pearl it starts by being an irritant and it turns into something so glorious. You know, I just love it. So again, thank you for having me.
Thank you. And that was powerful. Thank you so much. And I can't even imagine all the ages of the kids that you guys are all saying on here. It doesn't make sense when I'm looking at you, because you all look about the ages that you're saying your kids are. So thank you for that. And if you agree with me, put it in the chat. There, you know, one of the things I asked, even though I know, you know, the pearls is all about women wearing pearls, is when we were promoting, we asked the men that support women to also tune in and support them, because there's a lot of men that support women. So we want to recognize and thank men as well. We do have two in the chat as well that I want to say. David Muir, he's saying wonderful, powerful women. Thank you for being wonderful as you are. And he's also trying to get small pearls from Wendy. And Dr. Rupert Francis says, I'm fascinated this group and what they represent and don't even wear pearls or plan to, LOL. So thank you for the men that are sharing this episode and tuning in, because we need men to support powerful, strong women as we continue to grow and learn more about ourselves as well. And so let's see, I'm missing my mask, ladies. I have two on here tonight. So I'm going to switch to Evelyn. Tell us about you, Evelyn. And
Hi. Can you guys hear me with the mask on?
Yes.
My name is Evelyn, and I'm from Washington Heights in New York. I currently live in the Bronx. I think I'm the only Afro-Latina in the group. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hope. I'm not sure. So I'm a second generation Dominican, and I'm a mother of four, 3 boys and a girl, and they're all adults, 36, 29, 25, and my 19-year-old who's a National Guard. And I don't remember, to be honest, how I found this group. I don't remember. I just joined, and I love pearls, and I love jewelry, and I used to make jewelry, and I sell jewelry, and it's been a journey for me, because during COVID, we were on lockdown, and I was working from home. And one of the reasons why I joined this group was to find some kind of healing while I'm in my healing journey after COVID. And I'm so excited, and I love this group so much, and it has been able to uplift me, because it's important for women to uplift each other, and not tear each other down. But I just wanted to read something that I found on one of our pages. I forgot which person posted it, but it really, really, really hit hard. And it says, wear the pearls on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2021, as we unite as women to support and celebrate the first African American and first women Vice President of the United States of America. Let's pray for her as she takes the oath of office during this historical event. May these pearls symbolize that our unity is our strength and our diversity is our power. Put on your shoes, ladies, because glass ceilings are being broken. Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, we are here for you and we support you. And I'm just so excited to be part of this, and it has uplifted me through my medical and my mental healing journey. And these women are so empowering and powerful, and no matter how down you are, it's like coming to our message chat every morning. It's what I look forward to every day, and it has a special meaning to me. I'm sorry. It's mind blowing. And I keep telling Hope, we're going to reach 1 million by the 20th, because I know we are, because this is so special. And I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just overjoyed, and I'm thankful for you, Ms. Dawn, and Hope, and the rest of the women. And it's been so uplifting for me, personally, and the group itself. I've never seen so many women so happy to wear their pearls, and they're so beautiful and so fashionable, or they're laying up in a hospital somewhere. It's just so amazing, and it's incredible. I'm out of words. Yeah.
Thank you, Evelyn, and you're gonna make me cry. I'm certainly a crier. For people that watch this show on a regular know that. And you're just bringing tears to my eyes. I think I'm turning red here. But that was such an amazing, it's not a speech, but what you read that someone put on paper. It's so touching about diversity and everything else in this changing world that we're in. And I don't know, a lot of parents, we just want to leave a better world for our children. And so, you know, this is part of what we're doing is empowering each other. And you know, you spoke about what this group is doing for you while you're going through your personal situations, which, you know, we all do. But know that what you just said and how you said it, and with this sincerity that you said it to us all, that you just touched every single person's heart that's going to watch this or watching it tonight. And you're just empowering us all by being you. And we thank you for that. We thank you for representing.
Thank you, Ms. Khan.
You're so welcome. Wow. What a night. Oh my God. Thank you, ladies. We are going to make that 1 million.
Yes, we are.
Yes, I mean, I'm just blown away by how much this group has grown. In, you know, just like I said, December 5th, I just can't, you know, and it just shows that women need something. We need the women to support each other, not tear each other down. And
that's right.
So, you know, when you have the friends, whether they're people you can touch every day or see every day prior to COVID or after COVID, and you have platforms, social media, where you ladies are showing you're connecting with each other on such a higher level that we could have even imagined. So, you know, the world is speaking to us, the planet is speaking to us, God is speaking to us, because these things would never have happened had we not been going through this. So it's a great time to reset and have hope and trust that everything will work out. The sun will come out tomorrow. So thank you, ladies, for what you're doing.
You.
And Zambia, thank you for joining us, my other masked queen. Welcome. Tell us about you and why you are so involved in this group.
Yes. Good evening to you, Miss Dawn, our host, and good evening to all of my queens, my sisters, and they are truly my family. We are family. Yes, we are. So good evening to all of you. I am Zambia. I live in the Hampton Roads area, also in Suffolk, Virginia. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I am retired after 35 years of working in information technology, computer support for the city of Suffolk. I am married. I have one daughter, one granddaughter. They actually live in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I'm also a pastor's wife because my husband pastors here in the Portsmouth area. And in doing that, after retiring, of course, I didn't retire to just sit home at my tender young age. So now I'm also an independent home-based travel agent, and I specialize in group travel. And so being in the technology field, certainly being on all of the social media platforms, emails, and everything else that you can pretty much name, pretty much just out there. just doing what I do with my businesses. And then, of course, just connecting with others as I do. As for joining the group, I joined early on. I was invited, and I looked at it, and of course, my thing was like, wow, 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 to be a part of history, and certainly to wear my pearls. And yes, I love the pearls. I am a pearls girl, yes, and I do. So it was just like, wow, let's just do this. So I decided and made this decision to go ahead and to join, of course. And then definitely wanting to be a part of history. The first woman, Black woman, to hold the second highest position in this country. To me, it was just an honor and a privilege to be able to support her in that. So definitely wearing my pearls was going to be a yes, 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 yes. For me, pearls means, wisdom and integrity, so many great qualities that we see in our Vice President-elect, class, generosity, her loyalty. I see all of that in her, and that is her signature, the pearl. So definitely, definitely to be a part of that. And also just being in the group, with women, of course, we have our seniors, our middle-aged women, our young women, we have babies. We've seen cats and dogs with the pearls on. We have some men that have actually reached out wanting to be a part of the group, and they vowed to wear their pearls. Yes, absolutely, they did. So it's just an honor, lifting up women, and for me, definitely just to be a part of that and to celebrate her on next week is just going to be an explosion. It's just what it's going to be, because we're going to hit that million and probably beyond. So I do believe that within my heart. Yes. So this is a movement. And initially, when I did join, I was thinking, yes, it would be just for wearing the pearls for that day. But our visionary, Miss Hope, who is just so wonderful, she has the vision, and the provision has been made. She has us as her moderators, the peacekeepers, and it's what we do as far as, just review those that want to be a part of the group, if they have questions or so forth, we answer them and do that. And certainly, like I said, we just bond together and get that done. She has asked not only us, the moderators, but she's actually put the message in the group. Where do you want to see this group, move to or go to? Or what do you want to see us do after next week? Which was like, wow. Okay, so it is not just for next week. It is a movement. And we're going to continue to grow and to move. And then women from around the country, not just here in these U.S. states, but women from around the country has joined and become a part of this group, this movement. And that right there is so exciting. So it's been lots of great ideas that have been shared with her for where we should go, with the movement, entrepreneurship and training, training and helping those that may want to come into the public servant sector, being a mentor, and just offering insight, helping women that may need assistance with their vision and their mission and goals, So there's just so much that's there that we'll be moving forward with. Yes, we will. So we're just excited. And no matter race, creed, or color, yes, women, we want to celebrate each other. Yes. So I'm just so thankful and so grateful to just be a part of it. And just being a pastor's wife, being a leader of several other women groups, I just knew after prayer that I would have something to offer to help the group and to help the movement. So it was such an honor. After Hope put the questions out there and I answered, and then she messaged me back and said, I would like for you to be one of the moderators. And I was like, okay, so I know there's work for me to do, and I plan to do it to the very, very best of my ability, uplifting the women. It means something when women uplift women, when women say how beautiful you look, and I just love your hair and I love your attire, the pearls, we just can't wait to show them off. So it's just a wonderful and a positive movement forward. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
Thank you. I'm sure the team is so happy to have you as well. Wow. And I'm sure being a pastor's wife, had I known that, I would have asked you to pray for us at the beginning, because we certainly feel blessed with having you here. And so we thank you for that. I mean, we know from talking to all you women, a lot of you are retired. Just, it's amazing, just this panel as well, Hope, that you've put together women, how amazing and diverse everyone is, that everyone brings something so valuable to this movement. Amazing women. And I think the only person that hasn't spoken to us yet is Miss April Rogers.
April.
Hi, April. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Well, I am a mother of 5 girls. One girl I adopted. I birthed 4. I raised 5, and they range from age 44 this year to 31 this year. So right now my oldest is 43 and the youngest is 30, but they all have birthdays this year. I have about 18 plus grandchildren. My oldest is 23 and the youngest is 3. I work for a health insurance company, and I love arts and crafts. I love to travel. I love jewelry. However, I kind of never really had pearls. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of never really thought about them. I was invited to this group by a friend of mine on Facebook, and I accepted the invitation, and I wasn't a lurker. I immediately posted in the group that I was definitely going to wear pearls. I knew I had to get some, but then I looked in some stuff that a cousin sent me last year and found that I had some. When the day I was scrolling through the page and I saw that Hope had asked for, people to help out, I responded and I answered her questions, but I just kind of didn't think that I would get selected because I was sure that a bunch of other people, had answered. I've never been a moderator in a group. However, I have been an admin because I started several Facebook groups because I'm an avid cruiser and I would always start a cruise group. My largest group was 500 plus, and I thought I was doing something. But I think this group is it's great. I'm excited about what's happening, where it's going, and I think that, well, I know that God does not make any mistakes. When he gave Hope the vision to start this group, when he gave her the vision, the insight, the foresight of who to pick to be her moderators, because even though the only way that I've laid eyes on any of these ladies was just pictures, and then in this live Zoom group, I can honestly say that I feel an attachment to them. I feel like I've known them forever. I love each and every one of them, and I am so happy that the people that were chosen were the people that were chosen. And like someone said, that we're 24/7. I can wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm going to pick up my phone and see what's happening in that group, see what's happening in our moderators chat, and then I'll put it down and go back to sleep. But I'm excited for what's going to happen. I believe that this is a catalyst for things to come in my life personally this year, 2021. 2020 was a strange year. I've been working from home for almost a year now. So this is a lot of things a lot of times being down and just kind of depressed because of being stuck in the house and not being able to do the things that I want to do. I had 3 cruises canceled this last year, which was epic for me because that's something that I enjoy doing. But I'm really excited to see where this group is going to go after next Wednesday. I'm excited for next Wednesday. I requested a day off because I wanted to be totally free and available to sit in front of that TV, dress up, wear my pearls. I live with my youngest daughter and her daughter. So we all are dressing up and putting on our pearls next Wednesday in support of our new female vice president. I'm feel so blessed to be a part of this history, to be able to witness and see, what's going on, because never in my wildest dream ever, first of all, would I have ever thought that we would have an African American president. And then 4 years later, we turn around and we have an African American female vice president. And that is just so super awesome. That's just mind blowing. It really is. And she's opening up the door for all of the other females, African American females or females period, to come behind her and to do great things. At some point in time, women were counted out like we were second-class citizens and we didn't matter. We didn't have a vote. We didn't have a say. We had to stand behind the man and keep our mouth closed. That's what we were taught. But for everybody that say women really run the world, that's really true, because the saying is, behind every good man is a great woman. It's a greater woman than that man is, and she's the one who's leading him and giving him some feedback on things that should be done or how they should be done. So I never thought that this group, or just being a moderator in this group, was going to lead to something like this. But I mean, this is just the beginning, and I'm sure that there are greater things to come. And I am so excited, and I can't wait. And thank you, Hope, for starting this group. Thank you for selecting me to be one of your helpers, and thank all of you other ladies, beautiful, beautiful queens, for the job that you do and how we all interact on a daily basis. And I'm just looking forward to the day that we can all get together and really, really celebrate and touch and agree for real. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss April. Wow. And all them grandbabies are going to be so proud of you when they watch this as they get older. So thank you for that. And you're right, behind every great man is an even more phenomenal woman, is what I like to say. So thank you, Queens, for taking the time out of your schedule and to share with the Caribbean Edge and the viewers about how powerful and amazing you are and what you're all receiving from being part of this. If you didn't catch this at the beginning, I'm going to tell you, Hope started this group. She just got up with this thought, God-sent thought, on December 5th to start this group, never expecting it to grow to the numbers it has. And as of earlier today when I checked, she had, what would I say, 366,000 plus people joined the group, and growing. I think she said like 400,000 people waiting to get in the group. So I'm just happy I got in the group before. Even though I'm a lurker still, I'm making a post. But it's all about wearing your pearls. Like we've said, it's just supporting our first female vice president, Miss Kamala Harris, and what she represents to all of us as women, to our daughters, to even our male counterparts as well. And just the strength that women uplifting each other and empowering each other can do. We focus on the smiles, the laughs, the tears, the support system, the prayers. So thank you, women around the world, for supporting another queen, another sister. And I'm going to turn it over to Miss Hope to tell us anything else you want to tell us and what's next? Because I'm super excited about this group.
Wow. Wow. First of all, Evelyn, don't do that again, because I'm an emotional crier. So I was about to go in with you, but I love these ladies. And what they did not know was I never looked at their Facebook pages. I never looked at anything other than what they sent me. And the reason I did that is I have this weird thing about reading and connecting. These were the ladies that I connected with without knowing anything else about them. I didn't know where they worked, what they did, other than what was on that piece of paper that they sent me, which was basically the response. So for us to have gotten together is a blessing. This is divine for these 20 ladies. I can't even imagine where I would be and where that group would be without them. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, queens. These are my queens. And I told them wherever I go, they go. And I want them to know that it's not about me. It's about all of us as women. And so they are my peacekeepers. They do a lot. They really do. So I personally, when I set up the group, it was going to end on the 20th. Let me just say that it was going to end on the 20th because again, I have my hands full with all this other stuff. But just seeing how powerful the group is, and I get all these messages about please do not end the group. I get messages from women saying, you know what, I was really having a bad day and just being in that group was everything I needed. Or I was sick and I didn't want to do anything but just look in the group. It's powerful to me. So moving forward, we have a list of things that the ladies will want to see move after the 20th. And one of them that is really near and dear to my heart is mentorship. If you were to go into that group and ask for help on anything, somebody in that group has done it. So again, you don't even have to say, I don't know I don't know where to go. You're already where you need to be. So mentorship is going to be one of the pieces that is big for us. Finances, mental health, all those things that women need to talk about. That a lot of times we don't want to talk about it because we're embarrassed about it. I want women to have an avenue to say, you know what, these are my sisters in here. I'm okay. I'll be okay. So those are some of the things that we're looking at moving forward. And everyone keeps saying 1 million, and I'm thinking, I'm already getting some gray hairs. So I don't know. But again, it's still gonna be, as long as these ladies are with me, I'm gonna be fine. So thank you for this opportunity. And I'm telling you, when you first said come on the show, I knew I did not want to be without them, maybe for security purposes. So I knew I needed my rocks next to me. I knew I needed my sisters with me. So I thank them for being who they are. I thank you for giving us the opportunity to come on your show and actually show that women, we can get together and we can make things happen. And we don't give ourselves enough credit most of the time. But being with 364,000 women, you're gonna find your strength. You're gonna find your smile. A lady posted something the other day about she just needed uplifting. I think she had 2,000 comments of women just giving her what she needed for that moment. And I know without the group, she wouldn't have gotten that. So I'm just blessed, thankful. Let's rock and roll, ladies. That's it.
Thank you, Hope. And 2,000 women commenting and uplifting somebody that they don't even know is beyond measure. So that's how powerful we all are in supporting each other. So I thank all of you. Remember to wear your pearls. And I'm getting teary-eyed again, ladies. So, January 20th, next Wednesday, wear your pearls no matter what you believe in, just support women around the world. The main reason that this started was to support our first Vice President, Ms. Kamala Harris. And, you know, like these ladies have mentioned, from around the world, it doesn't matter your skin color, your skin tone, your size, if you're healthy, sick, no matter what. It's leaving a better world for ourselves and just empowering each other, supporting each other. And no matter what group you get involved with, you know, it's finding the right support system for you. And I'm so glad you met all these amazing women and that you all agreed to come on the show. And hopefully we'll have you back to see how you took off and what else you're doing in 2021 to represent and continue to empower women. So remember to wear your pearls next week. Remember to share this episode. And remember to keep posting pictures of you wearing your pearls and your kids wearing your pearls and your pets wearing your pearls. Because we love that. We need to laugh. We need to love a lot more. So thanks for tuning into the Caribbean Edge. Thank you. Wear your pearls, join the groups, and keep supporting each other. One love, and thank you again from the Caribbean Edge, and wear your pearls. Have a great night. Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.